Hello, hello. This is Melissa Brown here, your soul love coach, and I am so glad to be with you today because today, Monday, today is such a special day because I am finally getting an opportunity to share with you the location selection for the Soul Love Winter Retreat. Y'all have been on me. Y'all have been in my DMs, my text messages, just in my client group for sure, asking Melissa, where are you going in 2026? Because people want to get their coins together and all of that. And the last travel experience that I had, it was not a retreat. It was a week long in marriage intensive for one of my couples that I have worked with for many years, and that was in Dubai, which Dubai is going to definitely be on the list. And here's the thing that I have learned when it comes to travel. For everything there is a time. There is a time, there is a season, and when I think about it, I had opportunities to go to Dubai several times before I actually went there. And the times that I would have the opportunity to travel there, whether it was with coaches that I was working with or people in the soul love community who were like, Melissa, we got to go to Dubai. Melissa, we got to go here. It just didn't feel right. It did not feel aligned at the time that it was presented. But the time that I went this past September, I'm so glad that I did. It was so much more than I imagined it would be. I was glad to be there doing healing work specifically with a couple that I have a long history with. And because they live there, they're working overseas right now. They were able to kind of give me an experience that I would not have had probably any other way. So that when we do actually go to Dubai, whenever that time is, I know exactly what we need to do, where to go, even where we probably need to stay. So I'm excited for that. But tonight or today is not about Dubai. This is actually the first time that I'm hosting a retreat, and it is stateside. Stateside. So I know that is a surprise to many of you. I'm trying to think of the number. I think I have had 13 retreats since 2018. Wow, that's phenomenal. 2018, we had our very, very first retreat. It was January 2018. We went to Cancun. That was the first retreat. I think later that year, we ended up going to Costa Rica. We've gone to Cabo, which is, southern, well, kind of Pacific coast, Mexico. We have done Grand Cayman, have a property there that I absolutely love. We've gone there probably about 3 times. And where else? We've gone to Bali. We have gone to Grenada. We have gone to Jamaica a couple of times, still praying for our brothers and sisters there. So we've gone to St. Lucia. We've gone, like I said, we've gone so many places. And God has always put it on my heart for us to be out of country. But this year, I think because there's so much transition, there's so much that is going on, this is the first time that we're not going out of the US. So, if you have seen the teaser reels, because I know the algorithm is funny, so whether if you follow on Instagram or I tried to post it here on Facebook as well, you saw the clouds, you saw the mountains, you saw the sunrise, all of those things, and I invited you to take a guess on where we are going. And so I don't know that anybody actually guessed the exact location. I think I had one person who at least had the state right. So for those of you who don't know, hey Monique, hey Janae, um, some of you were on the list of people who were like, I want the dibs, I want the details whenever the retreat information comes out. So y'all already know. So y'all don't get to answer this question. So if you don't already know the location, go ahead and just type in the chat where you think we're going. Mountains, beautiful sunrise. Um, Let me see. It is not the ocean. This is a winter retreat. So as much as we probably want to be somewhere in the Caribbean and all of that, like I said, that's not what God put on me for February of 2026. That's the month that we will travel. What other clues can I give you? It is a very unique and spiritual place in the United States. Um, close, Megan, but not quite. It is, let's see. It is 2 hours from Phoenix. I'll say that. And so I'm probably really giving it away now. It's about 2 hours from Phoenix, a spiritual place. It is one of the most beautiful places in the country, and people come and love to go with even outside of the country. Yes, Megs, you got it right. You got it right. Sedona is where we are going. I am so excited. This place has been on my bucket list for a minute. And just the same way I was talking about divine timing around Dubai, there have been, I know people in Arizona. I have friends. I mean, it's in the United States. We can go. We're free to go whenever we want. And all the times that I have tried to kind of either have some sort of mastermind group there, or I couldn't get the timing, or I couldn't get the hotel I wanted. I couldn't get, all the pieces were not coming together. And finally, God has given me the green light on beautiful Sedona. So I cannot wait. Janae says she can't wait. I can't wait either. I cannot wait either. Here's another fun fact about all of the travels that we have done. Most of the time, I have never been to the places that we go to. So one of the questions I get very frequently is, Melissa, how do you plan your retreats? How do how did you know about this place? I am so serious when I say to you, it is spirit led. I go into full on deep dives into vlogs, travel vlogs, talking to people, searching online, and now we got Chat GPT, all kind of AI stuff that tell you everything you want to know. I mean, I read reviews like crazy, so I don't just look at pretty pictures. I'm like, but most importantly, it is a spiritual compass that I'm just like, that's the place. That's the place. God gives me a vision in my head of what it's going to be. And as I'm looking and just consuming all the information, there is just a knowing that I have when it comes to where we will stay, what we will do. And it always just aligns and comes together. So I am super excited about Sedona. Let me give you the dates. The dates that we are going to Sedona, not Valentine's, President's Day weekend. I had thought about that, but that wasn't lining up. And also, again, that would have been convenient, at least in my mind, because I'm like, well, people are probably going to be off for President's weekend. But the dates that God gave me are February the 19th and through the 23rd. February the 19th is a Thursday. So we will be there from Thursday to Monday. And because you don't have to travel for 7, 8 hours out of country through Miami and all the things to get to an island, you should be able to get to Phoenix very easily. I have already checked prices and the prices are great. Like I said, this is aligning on so many different levels because I am not tone deaf and I want it to be also sensitive to the environment that we are in. There's so much that is happening, that is going on. And I didn't want people to feel, I wanted people that want to be there to be able to get there easily and not have to worry about, is my passport going to be back on time because the government is on backlog? Am I going to have to pay $1,000 for an airline ticket? Am I going to have to, this is not, we're not going to Ghana. So it's not a $10,000 investment because we're, literally on the other side of the world somewhere, which is great. But the time for this is now. Let me tell you the theme. You're going to love the theme. And I want you to really listen with your heart because, my retreats tend to be very intimate. I have already blocked off 10 to 12 is kind of the number that I'm looking at. I really don't want to go bigger than that because this is not a conference. This isn't one of those conferences. I want us to be able to gather in the desert. I want us to be able to really hear the voice of God. And the theme that God dropped in my spirit is faith, focus, and flow. Faith, because a different level of faith is going to be required. It is required. I can't even say is gonna be. It is required for where we are right now. If you don't have a close relationship with God, it is just required. It is, and I'm not talking about how frequently you go to church. I'm talking about your ability to tap into what God is saying to you. And sometimes, just like Jesus had to pull away to a desert place, he had to pull away from the crowd, from the noise, from all of the work that he was doing so that he could hear from God. We must also do the same. So faith is a major theme. Focus is also a major theme. Because this particular retreat, I really want to call on those who have been doing their work. This is not a deep emotional detox healing retreat, even though healing is always a part of my retreats. But this is more about people who already know that you have been called for more. This is about your year. 2026 is your year to execute, to stop playing around. And you need to have a strategy, you need to have a plan, you need to have very clear boundaries about your energy, about what you say yes to, and being firm in your no, because it is time for you to focus. It is time for you to focus. And the final F word that God gave to me, which I think is so perfect for the spiritual nature of Sedona, is your flow. You all have a very unique divine flow. We are pulling away in February, early in the year, because if we don't, the year gets away from us. Before you know it, it'll be Memorial Day, it'll be 4th of July, and we will be 9 months into the year. It'll be August again, and we are still scrambling, trying to find our rhythm. We are pulling away so that you can tap into a divine rhythm, a rhythm that is uniquely yours. So if, again, it is your faith, it is your focus, it is your flow. That is what we are going to be focusing on. I am excited because we're not going to just be in hotel. Y'all know me. So just because we're stateside, nothing has changed. We are doing excursion. The excursion, I've already made arrangements for those that know anything about Sedona. There is a company out there, kind of this iconic pink Jeep. It's a woman-owned company, and they take people on tours in their little pink rugged Jeeps. And I did, because I know some of y'all is like, oh, Melissa, my knees, don't have me up in no mountains, don't have me doing the thing. There will be options if you want to stay more on the paved road and still see the beautiful red rocks. And I mean, it's going to be majestic no matter how you see it. Or you want to be a little bit more adventurous, we have excursion that will take you off the beaten path, still with the pink Jeep ladies, and we are going to travel. And my prayer, the vision, since I say I've really functioned by vision, I saw us up early watching the sunrise. And since many of y'all are from the East Coast, up early won't really feel like up early because, I think Arizona with daylight savings time is probably more West Coast time because Arizona doesn't do daylight savings. So I think you will be like 3 hours ahead of schedule. So y'all gonna be waking up early anyway, all of my East Coast people. So what can you see yourself standing in these beautiful red rocks, watching the sunrise? Can you imagine what God is going to speak to you? Early in the morning, we seek Him. Early in the morning, and it's just so perfect. So that is where we are going. What else are we doing? Of course, we're going to have spa time. Let me tell you what's included. Since I'm doing this retreat a little bit differently, I'm trying to be a smarter businesswoman this time around, so that I'm not holding all the bag. I'm not holding all the bag. The investment for the retreat is $2,500 total, 2,500. I've given 3 payment options. And the thing that is different though is you are reserving your room separately. I have a room block for our group. We got an amazing rate of like $299 a night. So even if you choose to stay in a room by yourself, it's only I think about 1,200 total for that added to the 2,500. So y'all who retreat with me, y'all know most of the time retreats are like 5,000 and above. So again, this is significantly lower than usual, but you'll reserve your room on your own. For the retreat, you can pay in full. For those that want to pay in full, I got a little spa bonus for you for your spa day. Or you can split it in half. Some people want to pay half now, half later. Or you can do a more extended payment plan. The initial deposit is just $500. But all the money has to be paid by February 6th. I still gotta, make all the other arrangements, and I have to pay the hotel for our meeting space. All of your meals are included. So other than your room, you pretty much don't need to pay for anything other than your spa service. I'm not gonna cover that unless you're getting that as your bonus. But 3 meals a day, all covered. Your excursion up in the Red Rocks, all covered. Airport transfer from Phoenix, all covered. Round trip, covered. Your swag bag, all retreat materials, anything else we do, it's all covered. You are covered. You are covered. And so if you are interested, I know a few people, I had quite more people than I thought who had messaged me ahead of time and was like, I don't even know where it's at yet, but I want to be in the room. And so I have a feeling that our 10 to 12 spots are going to fill up extremely fast. And so I'm looking at who's all on here. Y'all know how to reach me, whether you can text me directly because many of you have my number, or you can say retreat please in this video. You can just type retreat please, and I will reach out to you and get you all signed up. Like I said, the minimum deposit that I'm asking for is $500. If you want to do something more than that, you can absolutely do that. And you don't, for those that are wondering about the hotel stuff, you don't even have, I think they require you to put your card on file, because again, I have, if organizing retreats is a lot, especially if I'm paying for 10, 12 rooms and all of that. And so this arrangement is so perfect, at least for me, self-care, so that you guys can manage that part and then I manage everything else. So if you are interested, I see you, Rochelle. Finally, I get Rochelle on a retreat. Regina, I hope you will be there. Yes, everybody, if you want to be there, let me know and I will reach out, like I said, to you, or y'all who have my number, reach out to me and I will share with you just kind of the whole information page. It'll have everything that I shared here. But again, let me just really emphasize that this, if you know that you need to pull away and you are a little bit nervous, don't want to be on the other side of the world pulling away, this is just a few hours plane ride, and literally let God speak to you in the desert, because some of us are in a metaphoric desert in our life right now, but God does speak in the desert. God brings water in the wilderness. God gives so much clarity. And so for 2026, there's going to be so much that is coming at you, so much that you're going to be stepping into that is new, that is different. And I want you to be clear on what God has spoken and what God has said. I want you to be focused on your divine assignment and not on all the ways that other people want to use you. And I want you to feel the rhythm of your own flow, so that you're not looking to the left or to the right, questioning and doubting yourself and wondering, should I be doing this? Should I be doing that? No, you got your own rhythm. And I want you to be confident in that rhythm. So, are y'all excited? I am. I'm so excited. So I look forward to talking to some of you guys today. Today is Monday. I don't have a whole lot on my schedule today. Thank you, Jesus. So I will be reaching out this afternoon, maybe in a little bit, a little later, within the hour for some of y'all. But I'm so excited. I'm sending you guys love and grace, and I cannot wait to meet you in Sedona, Arizona. Mwah! Love you guys. Bye-bye.